The eighth reform area is just a reminder, good curricular content must come first. In other words, when teachers are trying to teach through technology, technology cannot overcome the entire teaching. The curricular content, whatever the information, knowledge, skill, concept is, has to be taught, has to be conveyed to the student. So we must focus on the curricular content and on technology. But the first thing to look at is content. This is what I want to teach. This is how I would normally have taught it in a traditional classroom. But with technology, this is how I could teach. Try, experiment, see how it works. But the focus has to be on the concept or content area that you're trying to teach. It can't be on the technology. In the technology arena, you may have animation that supports it. You may have a PowerPoint that supports it. You may have a graphical representation that supports it. You may have a reading and practice activity that supports it. What are you going to use? See, as the teacher, you have to make that decision of the technology tool that you could use, keeping in mind what you want the student to learn about the concept or topic. So although in some cases the availability of new technology may inspire projects, it is critical that strong curriculum content drive the design of technology-supported activities. I'll give you a very common example. PowerPoints. We see a lot of teachers using PowerPoints. But what are most teachers doing with the PowerPoints? The slide goes up and they're reading the PowerPoint. That's not good use of technology. The PowerPoint is not meant for you to write in advance instead of writing on the board and then read it out. The purpose of the PowerPoint is to help you learn. So on the PowerPoint, there should be very little text, and you could have animations, diagrams, charts, graphs, pictures, photographs, and those kinds of things should be there to help students understand what you're trying to teach without the words. And that is good technology-enabled or technology-supported or technology-driven educational practice. So just making PowerPoints, and even in classrooms, at university and college level where I teach, teachers ask students to make PowerPoints. But that's not the kind of PowerPoints we want. If the student also does the same thing, writes everything on the PowerPoint slides and then reads it out, it's not good technology education. And unless students get this kind of exposure and experience and learn, and when they see teachers not doing that also, I think it's a good way for students to learn how to use technology appropriately. For some, there will be a temptation to assign projects that use an exciting new technology but have little curricular value. Starting planning with educational needs and instructional goals can provide the discipline to keep technology-supported projects on track. As technology changes, and it's changing very fast, new things are coming out. We want to try those out. And the students have already tried it out before we have. But does that mean if a student does that new thing, it is the best thing to do? No, it does not. Because the new exciting technology may not provide curricular value. When curricular value is not provided, the use of technology does nothing to help the student learn. If we want students to learn in the planning phase, when we are writing our objectives, when we are trying to see what kind of activities we could do, we as teachers will need to keep in focus what we are trying to teach. The content area, the concept is and should be the primary focus of anything that happens in a classroom.